picks. All right, let's go to against the spread. For those of you that might be wagering on the games, there are some that I like. Let's get to it. I'm not going to do tomorrow's games, but if I were to, I probably would take San Diego State here just to keep it close, but I do think North Carolina wins. So maybe go North Carolina money line or San Diego State against the spread. Where's the rest of them? That's all NIT. I do think Xavier wins this game, but I'd probably just go money line, though, because just in case they win by 2. Texas has a lot of close games like that, so I'd go money line Xavier there. Let's see. Okay, so Louisville's favored by 2.5. I think that's a good number. I like Louisville to cover that, 2.5. Is there a better number over here? I do like, make sure you shop around for numbers because a half point could be the difference. I mean, it really could. Yeah, 2.5 over here as well. MGM, what do they got? Oh, I need to expand it, looks like. They're not even showing me everything. We need Thursday. There we go. Thursday. There we go. 2.5 everywhere. So, yeah, I go Louisville there. 7.5 with High Point Purdue. It looks like it's 7.5. We got an 8.5 here. I'm going to go ahead and after stream, don't mind if I do, I'm going to put $7 on High Point later before that changes. That's a good number. I'm taking High Point 8.5. That means they could lose by 8 or win the game and you win. I would probably go Wisconsin here. I think they win by 18 or 19 points. Montana, a good run, but I think Wisconsin will cover that number. Now, there is a myth out there that if you take all underdogs in the first round, you'll be profitable. No, you won't. You'll go 50-50. So you'll go exactly 16-16 most likely. Maybe 15-17, maybe 17-15. But you're going to be pretty dang close to 16-16. So don't listen to that myth. The one thing that you could listen to is if you took the money line on every underdog, so like this 1,200, if you did that for every single underdog in the tournament, I believe a guy did that last year. He put $100 on every single underdog on the money line and came out ahead like $3,000 or something like that. I think he did it for the whole tournament, though. But just to give you an example, $5 on Montana to win the game pays $65. That's not bad. So you can see how that can be profitable if it were to hit, but your odds aren't likely. So if I were to do that, I probably wouldn't pick any of the 16s, right? I'd leave them out and maybe a couple of the 15s. I might pick one, maybe Wofford or Bryant, but I probably wouldn't do any of the 15s this year. But I would certainly start with the 14s and do all the way up to the 9s and do it that way. But I would obviously do like $3, right? I don't really bet that high. All right, I do like Houston to win by like 35, maybe 40 over Edwardsville. You may even like increase this for better odds for you. Make it minus 35.5, get you more money. I think they could do that. Get in now before that goes higher, though. McNeese, Clemson, I'd stay away from this. I think that's right on the money. I think it's about 7. I like VCU here, 3.5. Is it 3.5 everywhere? Can we get a 4? No, it's a 2.5 there. Money coming in on VCU. Where's the slider? There it is. VCU is a 3.5 there. So yeah, I before this gets a 2.5 everywhere, I'd get a 3.5 of VCU. Georgia, Gonzaga, that's right on the money. My gut is a small lean to Gonzaga, but why do I feel like they win by 4? So I don't know if I'd probably stay away from that one. Wofford, Tennessee, could go either way. Wofford, if they get hot from 3, which they were hot all March, they could keep this close. So I would be careful with this one. If this gets a 20.5, you probably do go Wofford. But if it gets to like 16.5, I think you go Tennessee. So I think you stay away from this for the moment. Wait till Wait till you see what the number is on Thursday. Arkansas, Kansas. I like the 4.5 with Arkansas. Yep, that's the best number out there. Yale 7.5. Texas A&M. Of course, I like Yale. If I think they can win the game, of course, I think they can cover. But I might see if I can get 8.5. We'll see how this goes later in the week. So I think grabbing the 7.5 with Yale is smart. Drake, same thing, 6.5. I mean, if you think they can win the game, you may as well take the dog. Is there a better number out there? Nope, 6.5 everywhere. So I think you take Drake there. UCLA and Utah State, stay away from it. Honestly, maybe you think, okay, game's going to be close. Grab the 5.5. But I don't know. I think it's a total stay away game because anything can happen. Omaha, St. John's. I probably lay it with the Johnnies, minus 18.5. You might wait around and see if you get a better number. Maybe you can get like a 17 later in the week. But a small lean to St. John's. And then UC San Diego. This was 3.5. Now it's 2.5 pretty much everywhere. And I will still take the 2.5 with UC San Diego. And then Wilmington, Texas Tech. Seems like a lot of points to be laying against a decent Wilmington team. I feel like this is kind of one you stay away from. Because that's about right. I could see Wilmington only losing by like 9, though. So, really, I could see either way. I could see a smash spot for Texas Tech. I could see Wilmington keeping it close. So, this is a no bet for me. On Friday, I like Baylor, the plus 1.5 there. I think the wrong team is favored in that game. I don't know why Baylor's underdog. Mississippi State had a good year, but Baylor's got a more experienced coach, and they're just as talented. Bob Morris and Bama, 22.5. It's about right. Small lean to Bama, but if Robert Morris gets hot from 3, you're cooked. But small lean to Bama. Lipscomb, Iowa State. I think this is one of the better plays of the day. I think you have to smash Lipscomb with the plus 14.5 here, and you need to get to it now before the sharps out there bump this to 13 or 12. That's too big a number. Lipscomb's good. They can shoot the rock. I've seen them in person this year. I think they cover that game. All their losses this year, even to bigger schools, are not by 10 or more. So I don't see why that would start now, especially since Iowa State's missing Gilbert, one of their better players. So I like Lipscomb covering that number there. Colorado State, Memphis. It's going to come down to the wire. It might be a buzzer beater, but I do like Colorado State to win the game and cover the 2.5. Oh, 1.5. Yeah, even better. Give me that. You know what? Screw the number. Just take the money line. I don't want a 1-point win, so just win the game. Vanderbilt, St. Mary's. Can we get a better number? No, it's 3.5 everywhere. I think St. Mary's wins this game, but man, does that number feel right. I feel like they win by 3 or 4. Boy, they did a good job there. I think you got to wait. Just wait till maybe Friday morning, Thursday night, see what this number does. If it goes up to 5, maybe you go Vanderbilt. If it goes down to 2, you smash St. Mary's. Right now, I think that's either a money line on St. Mary's or no bet. Grand Canyon, Maryland. Maryland's really good. I just can't see Grand Canyon losing by double digits, though. I mean, they were in it last year. They pull off an upset, and they played Bama well. They got basically the same team back. Tyon Grant Foster's a pro. They got size. So I feel like Grand Canyon, if they lose this game, I feel like they lose by like 7 or 8. So I think Small lean to 10.5 with Grand Canyon. And I think Florida beats the daylights out of Norfolk State. That number's pretty accurate, though. They probably only win by 30. Only 30. But, yeah, I feel like this number's pretty close to what it'll be. So, small lean to Florida. That could be a backdoor cover situation, though. Troy, Kentucky, why is it so low? Somebody knows something, and that scares me. I think that scares me enough to not bet this game. Because why is it only 10.5? That almost makes me want to pick Troy because something's fishy about that. So I think this is Troy or pass. If you like Kentucky, I wouldn't do this game. New Mexico, Marquette. Kind of want this number to climb. Oh, 4.5. Yeah, I'll take New Mexico there, 4.5. I feel like this game comes down to one possession. Marquette wins, it's by 2 or 3. And New Mexico wins, same thing, anywhere from 1 to 3 points. So I think 4.5 is too many points. Yeah, give them to me. Akron, Arizona. I actually think you go with the over here. Like I said, this might be like a 90 to 75 type of game. Somewhere around there, maybe 90 to 80. It's going to be a lot of points. So I feel like the over might be the play here. Both teams play an insane pace. But if I were to do the spread, just based off recency, Arizona struggles with mid-majors in the first round. So I'd probably have a small lean to Akron. Oh, you can get 14.5 at MGM. Just to keep it within the number. Maybe they'll lose by 12. Oklahoma, UConn. I like UConn here. I don't know about the 4.5 though. It seems like a kind of high, but I will say I would probably take the minus 4.5 there. Bryant, Michigan State. Bryant can get hot. I don't know why it's only 17.5. That scares me a little bit. That is the smallest spread of the 15s and 2s. So I have a small lean towards Michigan State here, but not a lot of confidence. I feel like this is right on the money here. But Bryant can, if they get hot from 3, if they just keep jacking those up and they fall, they're going to cover. Liberty, Oregon. This is getting out of control. It started at 3.5, and I liked Oregon. Now it's all the way up to 7.5. It's 6.5 here. It's getting out of control. I don't know if I like it anymore. If this gets up to 8 or 9, I think you go Liberty, but you almost need this to drop back down to like 5 to go Oregon, so that's a no bet for me. Maybe go the over, 139. Yeah, I will say this. Neutral site unders typically come in more often than not in the first round because they're playing in these big stadiums. Some of these schools aren't used to that, and they start missing shots. So the neutral site unders come in a lot, but those were a couple overs I gave you. So, yeah. All right, chat. That should be enough knowledge for you guys to fill out your brackets, to maybe do some spread ATS or over-unders. I'm going to get out of here, though. Good luck to you guys. Hope you guys have fun with your picks and your brackets. And, I'll probably post any changes I have to the Discord. Oh, Casey's got a raid. All right, perfect. And, yeah, go Ducks, go Vols, and hopefully go Tritons, the Cinderellas. I want the best madness that we can have, chat, is a madness that has